Pokemon, the Pokemon School. Chapter 9, Team Rocket Trouble. Not far away at the Pokemon School, Ash and Professor Kukui was sharing Rotom decks with the rest of the class. The students were amazed at the unique device. A Pokédex that operates at a Rotom inside, Lilia said to herself. That's incredible! Incredible, Rotom Dex repeated. Incredible means awesome. In other words, Rotom Dex is awesome. They obviously learned how Ash talks. I wonder just how this Rotom Dex is programmed. Sophocles approached Rotom Dex with a screwdriver and a mischievous grin. I'm going to analyze your programming for just a second, alright? No, thank you, replied Rotom Dex. Oh, come on, Sophocles begged. Just a look? No, I refuse, Rotom Dex insisted. Professor Kukui announced that they would use this device to help them with the day's fieldwork lesson. Their aim to catch wild Pokemon. I just adore fieldwork, Mallow said. The whole class set out with the awesome Rotom Dex right at Ash's side. Ash helped you get to catch a wild Pokemon that will want to be part of the team. A little did the students know they would soon meet up with unwanted company. The class was headed to the same part of the forest as Team Rocket. As always, James and James had big ambitions, but few practical plans. We'll snatch every Pokemon in the order of encounter them, declared James. Yeah, replied Meow. But that means that Wolfbud and I are gonna have to all the heavy lifting. There's no other choice, Jessie said. We left all our Pokemon away, so she added, looking around nervously. It's kind of creepy out there. I feel like something scary would jump out any moment. And suddenly something did. It was a strange Pokemon on the path ahead. Pikachu? Jessie asked, uncertain. Yipes, said Meow. The Pokemon looked like Pikachu, but not exactly. Its head was wobbly, and the eyes that now on its face looked odd, and they're drawn on. The Pokemon made a scratchy sound that sent chills down Meow's spine. Give it a closer look. It's a different Pokemon wearing a Pikachu-like thingy. Woof Buffet! Even Wolf Buffet was frightened of the unknown Pokemon. What's wrong with you two? Jessie demanded. Meow, what is it saying? Meow refused to answer. Something so scary that it's better not to know. Scary? It's not that scary, Jessie insisted. It's kind of cute. So our very first job in the Aloha region will be catching that cutie. She grabbed Meow and flung him across the forest. Meow, furry stripes, let's go! As Meow flew through the air, he launched his furry swipes move with his claws at heel. Desperate measures! He is sure he got some good swipes in, but the other Pokemon was unaffected. Chew, 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 the other Pokemon growled. Will you knock off the scary talks? Meow demanded. Take off that Pikachu getup and fight fair and square! He tackled the unknown Pokemon, pulling up his stick excitedly. At the same moment, something mysterious happened. Meow passed out if he had breathed a powerful gas. Whatever it was, it appeared to have come under the other Pokemon disguise. Meow was unconscious. Finally, James and Jessie managed to shake Meow awake. Then they heard someone approaching. Jessie, James, and Meow and Wolfbuffet scrambled into the bushes to spy on whoever was coming their way. Chapter 10, Pikachu vs. Meow. I've got a feeling we'll run into some Pokemon soon, Ash said, as the students at the Pokemon School walk along one of the forest trails. The probability of meeting a Pokemon in this area is 83.9%, Rotom Dex announced. Over there, Ash called out, pointing down the path towards a Pokemon in the Pikachu costume. Looks like your feeling was right, Mallow said. It is a Mimikyu, Lilia announced. Mimikyu, Rotom Dex took over. The disguised Pokemon. A ghost and fairy type. Wears a red hat cover to look like a Pikachu, but little is known about his Pokemon. It is said that a Skullgler who once tried to look under this disguise met his end. Even the Mimikyu sounded dangerous, Ash still wanted to try catch it. Alright, Pikachu, go and get Mimikyu. Pikachu, use Iron Tail, Ash directed, and Pikachu bounded forwards, his tail glowing shiny silver. Mimikyu lashed back with an attack of its own, rushing towards Pikachu in a full-on tackle. Before Pikachu had fully recovered, Mimikyu targeted the second attack right at Pikachu. The mouse Pokemon landed flat on its back. The vicious Jesse James couldn't contain their excitement. Did you just see that? The Mimikyu, or whatever they're called, is wrong, Jesse said. It appears quite the even match for the tourist Pikachu, James agreed. And once he and Jesse knew they couldn't let Ash catch such a strong Pokemon. Just as Pikachu was going to launch another move, Team Rocket climbed out of his shrubs. Just a minute, Jesse interrupted. Who are you? QI asked. Team Rocket started a long explanation of their villainous mission. But it was so wordy and extreme that none of the students or their Pokemon could follow it. Team Rocket? I never heard of that, Mallow said, puzzled. James huffed. Team Rocket is a super powerful evil organization, he explained. So none of the students from Aloha knew everything about them. So that's cleared up. They're bad guys who like to steal others' peacock Pokemon, he said simply. You come to the Aloha region to do bad things here too, right? Jessie rolled her eyes. Same old genius. And first, we're going to take your Pikachu and all of your friends' Pokemon too, James grunted. And then Mimikyu, Jessie screeched. We found that one before you. Watch out, Pikachu, meowed Yo. I know how strong you are, but today I come out on top. Freeze wipes. Ash quickly made a move. Pikachu, Electro Ball! Pikachu's spray caught Meowth off guard in the midair. But then something unexpected happened. Mimikyu shuffled towards the shock of the dark, powerful Shadow Ball that countered Pikachu's move. Call me crazy, but I get the strange feeling that Mimikyu is trying to help us out, Jessie said. Mimikyu, you can come through like a champ. Meowth cheered. Dex Pill. Choo, 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 choo. Mimikyu appeared to agree. It's all good, Mimikyu. Just attack! Jessie screamed. The old Pokemon School burst from the attack on Pikachu. Now be careful, Rotom-Dex called out. Here it comes, warned Ash. Mimikyu was charging up a giant, super powerful Shadow Ball. Jessie and James began to dance and cheer. But before Mimikyu was able to launch his move, a giant Pokemon grabbed Jessie and James from behind and began to carry them away. Hey, big guy, where are you taking my two buddies? Meow demanded. Who's that Pokemon? Ash asked. Bear, answered Rotom-Dex. The strong-arm Pokemon, a normal and fighting type. Bear has extremely powerful arms and is very dangerous. It waves its arm like a faintly fashion, but this is a meaning of warning. I remember meeting the pink and gray Pokemon in the woods earlier. Really dangerous, Ash agreed. Mimikyu, whoop up it! Save Jessie and James, move! Meow demanded. And Meow whooped up at a Mimikyu hot on the trail of the Bearware, and the Pokemon School crew could finally catch its breath. When Ash and Kiwai regretted not being able to catch Mimikyu, the others chose to look in the bright side. There are many, many other Pokemon in the lower region, Gloria reminded them. The probability of finding a Pokemon in this part of the forest had increased to 96.5%, said the Rotom-Dex. With that news, Ash and Pikachu continued their quest. Chapter 11. Enter Roulette. In Professor Kukui's class, the students were enjoying another chance to do fieldwork. It was a beautiful sunny day, but Ash and his friends were deep in the shade of the forest once again. They hadn't seen any signs of Team Rocket since Bearware had carried off Jessie and James. That is fine with Ash. He wanted to focus on his quest. Ash still hadn't managed to catch a wild Pokemon in Aloha, but he was giving his best shot. Robin, the larva Pokemon, a bug type. Rotom-Dex was giving Ash all the data on the Pokemon he was preparing to battle. Robin escapes trees with his jaws and drinks their sap, and makes his home underground. Thanks, Rotom-Dex, Ash called out. When Robin tried to shrink shot, Pikachu jumped to avoid it, and Ash directed Pikachu to try Thunderbolt. The boom was too much for Grubbin and collapsed on the ground. Ash quickly grabbed a Pokeball and tossed it. Ash's classmates were trailing him on. They all watched closely to see if Ash had made his first catch on Alola, but at the last moment, the Grubbin escaped from the Pokeball and dove into the ground. They could follow where Grubbin was burning his trail upon dirt. "Quick, Pikachu!" Ash called. "And where Grubbin is about to come out." But a larva Pokemon had come out of the ground all the way across the clearing, and launched a string shot move and captured Pikachu by his leg, speedily reeling in Ash's Pokemon. "Watch out for his powerful jaws," Rotom warned, but it was too late. The larva Pokemon snapped his pencil-like jaws and dug another escape route. Ash rushed over. "Are you okay?" he asked, leaning over Pikachu. It was clear that Pikachu was dazed. Everyone agreed that Ash and Pikachu should go to the Pokemon Center for a checkup. Pikachu was good as new after the visit to the Pokemon Center. But the next day, Ash was already thinking about his Pokemon quest. "Today's the day," he said to Mama. They were sitting on the porch of her family's restaurant and catching a Pokemon for sure. The current Pokemon encounter rate in the forest is 89%, said Rotom. "That just might work," Mallow said, taking a piece of fruit. "The forest is where I first came across Bounsweet." At that moment, a shadow seemed to block out the sun. "What is that?" Ash wondered, looking up. "It's a big flock of tiny flying Pokemon, and they're headed their way." "Oh!" exclaimed Mallow. "It must be time for the Pikipek flocks. Around this time, Pikipek gather to store their food for the coming year. They travel in large flocks and harvest food wherever they can find it." She looked up at the sky. "I think they're coming for our fruit. It's a good thing we have lots of it." Will and Ash watched as a little Pokemon swooped in and grabbed the fruit with their feet. When the flock had gone, there wasn't a piece of fruit left. But there was still one normal and flying-type Pokemon looking for the fruit. It flew down the porch and aimed right for Bounsweet. Luckily, Bounsweet was prepared with a cool spinning move to knock it away. "Hey, who's that Pokemon?" Ash asked. "Rowlet," answered Rotom. Rowlet is a grass quill Pokemon, a grass and flying type. It swoops out without making a sound and unleashes a powerful kick. Rowlet aimed against for Bounsweet. And again, Bounsweet used a spinning move to defend itself. I'll explain that Bounsweet was always on guard because Bounsweet smelled like delicious fruit and needed a good defenses. Lured by the skin, many flying Pokemon mistake Bounsweet for a berry. Rotom confirmed. "Rowlet is attacking again." This time, Bounsweet's spin knocked the Rowlet all the way to the electric wire when it grabbed a hold. "Maybe the Rowlet is hungry," Ash thought out loud. When he looked up, he saw that Rowlet had lost a hold of the wire and was falling. As dust of the force made a leaping catch just before it hit the ground, Mallow brought more fruit from his thigh. "Are you okay?" Ash said. Ron responded with a quiet chill. The next moment, Ron discovered a bowl of melon and devoured it all. "Want this too?" Ash asked, offering a banana. Ron grabs onto Ash's arms and gulped down the banana. "Man, you've got a strong grip." Ash reached out to give his brother a pat. "You're so soft," he said, filling his hard worm to the grass quill Pokemon. He took a Pokemon in one hand. "Rowlet, is it okay if I catch—" Before Ash could finish his sentences, Rowlet grabbed a watermelon and took off into the sky. "Are you going to catch it?" Rotom asked. "You bet," Ash replied. "Let's go." Not far away in the forest, Team Rocket was trapped in Bearwood's den. The strong-armed Pokemon was keeping them captive. It was looking after them and feeding them well, but it wouldn't let them go. The good news, though, for Team Rocket at least, it was Jessie had captured Mimikyu in one of Jessie's luxury balls, Team's luxury balls, and for once, it appeared and the ferret wasn't guarding the den door. "That's our chance," James said. But just as Team Rocket was sneaking out, a flock of Pikipek swarmed into the den. The Pikipek quickly located Barrow's fruit stash, collected it in, and flew away. Team Rocket was shocked. "They took Barrow's food," Meow said. "Let's get it back," Jessie said. "Barrow might have captured us, but it owed us for feeding us and giving us a shelter." So Team Rocket hurried after the Pikipek. Chapter 12. Forest Battle. "There it is!" Ash called out. "Over there!" Ash, Pikachu, Mallow, Bounsweet, and Rotom had all chased Rowlet deep into the forest. When they finally caught them with the grass quill Pokemon, they saw it was in a nest with a flock of picket-pack plus a trumpet and two cannon. Here's where I come in. Rotom Dex began giving data on picket-pack, the woodpecker Pokemon. It can unleash 16 packs per second to drill a hole into the tree where it stores its food. Let's give information about Tromby, the Bogglebeak Pokemon. Tromby was involved from a picket pack and it would attack with a seed stored in its beak. Finally, Rotom Dex shared the data on Toucanon, the involved from Trombeak. Toucanon's beak heats up over to 200 degrees. Rotom Dex stated, and its pack can inflict a serious burn. As just watching Rowlet interact with other Pokemon, he now understood why Rowlet had taken the watermelon. He guessed that Rowlet had been with the other Pokemon since hatching, so he gathered fruit like Picketback. And Rowlet noticed Ash flew over to him and nestled himself inside his backpack. Wow, Ash said to the Pokemon. I had no idea you had so many awesome friends. All at once, giant nets fell on Picketback's nest, trapping them. What's going on? Ash questioned. Team Rocket had arrived, and they had a new plan. Team Rocket, let's fight! Ash counted choices. Team Rocket, let Picketback and the others go. Ash demanded. Sorry, screeched Jessie, but the twerp loses again. They stole Bearware's food and there is a no-no, so we are here to take it back, said James. And your Pikachu will make a perfect present for the boss. Jessie warned. Take it away, Mimikyu. He flung the luxury ball and Mimikyu sprang out of a screechy, scratchy sound. Take care of them the way you know how, Jessie cried. Mimikyu charged out his shadow ball and whizzed in Pikachu's way. Pikachu, Electro Ball! Ash called out. Then, over his shoulder, he whispered to Rowlet, Now's the time to save your friends. Rowlet took off for the Picketback's nest. The Shadow Ball and Electro Ball cancelled on each other in midair. Ash called on Pikachu to do Iron Tail. Pikachu slashed at Mimikyu, but the other Pokemon didn't lose energy. Iron Tail has no effect on Mimikyu at all. Meanwhile, Rowlet had been able to approach his nest without being distracted. With a quick slice, the nest fell open and the Picket-Pack flew away to safety. Team Rocket saw them escaping, but they were about to give up. Mimikyu! Screeched Jessie. Quick, attack one more time! Mimikyu rushed forward, catching Pikachu off guard. Attack on Mimikyu's playroom! Meow bragged. Mimikyu attacked again, sending Pikachu flailing through the air to the land with a thud. Seizing the opportunity, Jessie shouted, Mimikyu, wrap it up! Mimikyu attacked. Shadow Claw! Meow said, Cool! And no Shadow Claw too, James said. Yawn, you okay, Pikachu? Ash asked, worried. Pikachu was weak and couldn't get up. Suddenly, Rowlet appeared overhead. A whirlwind of green leaves spun around it. Protected by the rush of wind, dove down and lifted Pikachu from the forest floor. When Mimikyu's Shadow Claw hit, Pikachu was no longer there. Nice job, Ash said. Pikachu, are you okay? Picket, the little Pokemon replied. Then let's go, Ash called. Thunderbolt! The shriek hit Mimikyu. The mysterious Pokemon rattled, but not exhausted. As Rowlet rushed over to release Trumpet and Cone Cannon, Mimikyu warmed up the Shadow Ball. But at that very moment, Bearware appeared. Bearware plucked Wolf up it, Meow. James and Jessie cleared off the ground. Then I picked up Mimikyu too. Is this just begin with this whiff? Deja vu? James finished. We are Bearware. Bearware murmured innocently as it carried Team Rocket away. Jessie and James groaned. Pippicat surrounded Rowlet in a celebrating circle. Even Trumpet was there hugging the grass-killed Pokemon. Rowlet looked so happy, Ash observed. It's wonderful, Mala agreed. Ash called to Rowlet and flew up to him at once. Ash and Pikachu on one shoulder and Rowlet on the other. It felt nice. Thanks, Rowlet, Ash said. Everybody's fine. Thanks to you. Knelt down and held Rowlet back to the ground next to his friend. It wasn't easy. Ash had grown found the young Pokemon. Okay, guys, he said to Mallow and others. Let's go home. Going home? Questioned Rotom-Dex. I thought you were going to catch Rowlet. It's okay, Ash insisted. The thing is, Rowlet has a lot of friends. Look at them, they're a family. Mallow seemed uncertain. Toucan did too, reached out and nugged Rowlet with its beak. Rowlet cooled and took off, flying right to land in Ash's backpack. Roland, what's up? Ash asked, looking over his shoulder. Rowlet lifted his wing, motioning to his old friends who were waving farewell. Ash paused. Rowlet, are you saying that you want to come with me? He asked. Rowlet chilled and rubbed his soft head against Ash's cheek. Awesome! Ash exclaimed. He pulled a Pokeball from his Pokemon. You really want me to catch you? He said, asked. Rowlet trilled. All right, here you go, Rowlet. Get a Pokeball. Ash flung it into the air. I just got a Rowlet, Ash cheered. But as quickly as caught Rowlet, he let the Pokemon out of his Pokeball. Rowlet snuggled into Ash's backpack, and Pikachu stood on his shoulder. Ash couldn't imagine anything better. Ash had caught his first Pokemon in Lua, but his adventures in the beautiful tropical region had just begun. Ash had many plans and had set many goals for himself while he was there. When Rowlet and Pikachu on his team, and help of Rotom-Dex and all his Pokemon Go friends, Ash knew he had an amazing journey ahead of him. The end. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe me and have a great day. Bye bye.